have arrived. They are parking, getting their things together. Can I get everybody into the main room? We're going to start in the next 5 to 7 minutes. So you have about 5 minutes to work your way into the main room. Please and thank you. chairs as we'd like. If someone wants to steal that green one, y'all can carry that couch in here if you really want to. This event, I cannot individually name everyone that played a part in this because then I'm just going to point at every single person in this room. You know who you are, you know what you did. Thank you for everything. Okay, now one group I do want to thank is our sponsors, because without them, we would not be here. So, the North Carolina State Air Hockey Tournament would not be possible without the generous support of our sponsors. We want to express our deep appreciation to Tito's Handmade Vodka. Don't have to be sober to play air hockey. The New Belgium Mountain Time Premium Lager. We've got the Glass Jug Beer Lab across the street that's streamed us all weekend. And of course, the neighborhood sports bar and arcade. And last but certainly not least, the Durham Food Hall for letting us be here. And I said last but not least, but we can't forget about the place that a lot of us will end up after this place closes, the Dirty Bowl, our spin-off location. All right. So we do have a couple of people that would like to say something before we begin our official award ceremony. Mr. Seth Garrett. Would you like to say a word or two? Can I get Joey's father to the microphone?
All right, everyone. I know this is the first time you're hearing me speak to everyone.
Closer.
I know this is the first time you're hearing me speak to everyone.
I just want to say a big thank you to everyone who helped make this possible, which does include our man Steve. A lot. We made it work. Thank you.
You did it.
Big thank you to all our sponsors, everyone who came. Let's kick off this award ceremony.
All right, so we're going to start off with our doubles teams, our top 5 doubles teams. Whenever you come up, if you'd like to say something, you're welcome to, but please keep it brief. We do have somewhat of a time limit. All right, so our 5th place doubles team was Dan Meyer and Brian Casado.
I'm such a fan of North Carolina in this tournament. This has been amazing. You guys all work together so well. It's been super fun. I love it so much.
All right, thanks guys. And in 4th place, we had our highest finishing North Carolina team, our own Ray Burnett. Holding down the fort for NC.
Yeah, I mean, we were the number 1 seed in North Carolina coming in, and still are, so any other seed that want to take us, we're ready.
Thank you for holding down NC. All right. In 3rd place, we've got the old and the new, the generations, Mr. Brian Acoco and Austin Fernandez.
You know, me and Brian have played together for a few years. We've been top 2 in 2 world titles. And honestly, this tournament was extremely fun. I enjoyed playing against every team, every person I got to play against. It was a really good time. And I'm proud of where we finished. I mean, the teams that we had to play against were 2 really tough teams, and we never let down. The 2 top teams, we took them 4-2 or 3-2. 4-2. Oh yeah, I forgot that was 4-2. We never gave up, and that's all that matters. Me and Brian are gonna end up being doubles world titles at some point, so we're gonna make it happen.
All right. Thank you so much, guys. And in 2nd place, I don't remember your team name, but we have Connor Cummings and Jacob Munoz.
Kill switch engage, man. I just wanted to say congratulations to Avery and Jacob, particularly Avery, because everyone talks about Avery like he's a terrible doubles player. Everyone's telling me that. Like Colin's like, yeah, he's like nothing, and my dad's like, yeah, man, I beat him. And then Avery gets drunk and he destroys us. And it was a very fun time, and I'm very happy to be here.
I'm a little drunk. Congratulations, boys. I played great. Fucking must be nice to be able to play drunk. Yeah, man. Shit. That's it.
Thank you. Please tell me you got that on camera. All right, and now it is time for our doubles champions, the ambidextrous team themselves, Jacob Austin and Avery Miller.
carried your weight, so thank you. All right, okay, so I have actually been a really bad doubles partner until I drank like a lot of gin. And I'm like feeling the way I do feel like right now. Really fucking good, man. So if anyone wants to play me in doubles right now, then I'm down. But yeah, this has been fun. I think we have the wrong trophies. I'm too fucked up to realize that. Thank you all very much.
Thank you so much to our doubles champions. One more time for them. There is one group that I'd like to thank before we start our singles award ceremony. I want to thank all of our out-of-state players for coming all this way to do what we all love, and that you're very welcome. And that's to play the sport that we all know and love. We made some mistakes along the way, but overall, you guys helped us so much in making this one of the best tournaments of all time. I don't feel boastful saying that because we all put in so much work to make this happen. So thank you to all the people that traveled to be here. Can I get a round of applause for them? All right, so for all of our spin-offs, we are going to call all three up, get a top three picture, and if anyone wants to say anything, they're welcome to. So, for our Novice 2 spin-off, in third place, we had Mr. Kevin Bones Williams. We're still going to announce the people that won't be here just so their name is on the stream because they'll be able to watch it later. In second place, my beautiful fiance, Miss Kay Hunter. And in first place, I don't believe he's here either, but we had Mr. Chris Ritter. For those of you that don't know, Kay did so much to keep this going on the bracket side. Would you like to say a few words? Just kidding. And she ran the Dirty Bull bracket with Miss Jess. So thank you so much for doing that for us. All right, next to our Novice 1 division. We do not have first and third here, but that's totally okay. We're still going to talk about Mr. Third Place Holden Edwards. Second place we do have here. She busted her tail helping run the bracket along with Miss Taylor Crawley. They got it done. Miss Taylor White. And in first place, we had one of our Greensboro players who played his tail off. We had Mr. Xander King. Taylor, would you like to say a few words?
First off, I just really wanted to say congrats to everyone in my spin-off. Everyone played really well and put up a pretty tough fight. So everyone in my spin-off, I'm really proud of how they played. Secondly, I genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, want to thank everyone who came from out of state. It means a lot to all of us here that you came. And thank you to everyone who helped put this tournament together.
All right, so so now we are on to our amateur division. I should have said the numbers before. Novice 1 was 49 through 64. Novice 2 was 65 through 96. We are on to amateur, which is 33 to 48. So, in third place in our amateur division, we had one of our buckets, Mr. Gerardo Cortez. In second place, in one of the toughest matches any of us have ever played, we have Mr. Dean Ainawali. And in first place in that division, it was me. Gee, would you like to say anything?
I'd like to say thank you for everyone who made this possible. This is my first big, I guess this for me is the biggest tournament I've been a part of. It takes a lot of time and dedication. And I love that everyone here had something to bring. I learned a lot from everyone. And go Buckets.
Dean, are you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, everybody. Our next is our expert division. That's going to be the 25 through 32, also known as the North Carolina bracket. In third place, we have the president of air hockey and our number one organizer, Miss Sarah May. She deserves every second of that. All right, in second place, we have another bucket. You're going to hear me say that a couple of times. We have Marco Oriano. And in first place, with the biggest jump in our top 20, Mr. Representing North Carolina, that is numbers 10, 9, and 8 in NC. By the way, all top 10. Congratulations to you. Sarah, would you like to say anything?
Yeah, you guys.
Sarah would like to say something at the end, so we'll save it for that. Marco.
You gotta say something right now.
I only got one thing to say. Hey yo, I'm getting my spot back. I accept.
All right. So in our pro division, which is 17 through 24, we have in third place Mr. Syed. In second place, hold it down for NC, Mr. Ray Nugent. Ray, would you like to say anything?
Thank you. Especially really everybody that waited for me this morning, thank you. And you know, this is the best I've ever done in sort of these large tournaments. And these are the best players I ever played against. So, well, best players ever. Yeah. But yeah, so really learned a lot, had a lot of fun. And got my butt kicked by the guy that won.
Thank you, Ray.
Speaking of butt kicking, our champion of the pro division, Mr. Austin Fernandez. Would you like to say a few words, my friend?
This tournament has been extremely fun for me and my friends, honestly. me, Chris, Connor, and Jacob came down together, and it's honestly just been a blast the entire time. Sorry, I'm a little rough. Okay. Yeah, I didn't perform as well as I wanted to do the first day of singles. Kurt, you played fantastic. You beat me. You know, it's all good. I'm gonna come for your ass next time. But you know, I had to get your boy. I had to get your boy. I'm sorry, Ray. You know, Kurt didn't make it to the finals. You did, so you had to win it from out. No, I love you. You're honestly, you're playing a great hockey game. Honestly, there's just like little things you need to work on, and you'll be the.
Thank you, Austin. Congrats on your pro division win. All right. So we're gonna do the next ones by the spin-off they fell in. So I will call them up one at a time. We don't have a fancy label for them. It's just 1 through 16. Hope that's okay with everyone. 13 through 16. This division. In 16th, we had Mr. Dan Meyer. Repping Chicago. In 15th, Mr. Carolina's Air Hockey himself, Phil Ordo. We'll save you for the end.
Sounds good. Thank you.
And in 14th place, Mr. Chris Gibson. And the winner of our 13 to 16 spinoff, Mr. Brian Acrocco. Congratulations to all of you, and thank you for everything that you do for air hockey. Moving on to our 9 to 12, also known as the NC Spinoff Part 2. In 4th place, we have Mr. George Anderson. I'm going to call these next two together because it's bucket time. We've got Raphael and Lou. And let me get the winner of that division up here before we hear a few words from our buckets. Can I get top 10 at our NC tournament, Mr. Seth Garrett. Repping for the Carolinas. Would you like to say a few words?
Both these boys dogged me. But I was so glad to learn from so many people. Avery, Vince, left-handed guys. I made it to top 10, you know. I guess I'm a master in NC, right? But no, without a doubt, I love competition. I hate losing, sorry. But the people I lost to, I have great respect for. Connor Cummings, Joey. And I'll pass to my boy Lowe's.
I'd like to thank everybody, and the only reason I made top 10 is because my boy Dan Meyer got hurt. On paper, though, it was a 3-0 sweep. So. Definitely would have been a different outcome. I would have liked to have slaved you, but yeah, no, I'd like to thank everybody.
All right, I'm going to speak for just a second, y'all. I want everyone here to know how full my heart is that each and every one of you came, played your heart out. To the people that I lost to in the main bracket, Vince.
I'm not sorry.
And Jacob. I am very proud to say that I'm in both of you work for. And thank you for the honor of playing and whooping me on the table. Carlos and Riff. That spin-off meant a lot to me. It was so much fun.
Don't do that.
To my double son, Ray Nugent. Thank you for playing with me. I had the most fun time playing with you at Deltas.
Yes, sir. Hey, sir. Thank your coach, by the way.
He knows I'm coming to him next. There he is. To the man on my rail who helped me restore the confidence that I needed, Mr. Connor Cummings. Thank you for the words of advice that you gave me. It's a punt return. Deal with it. Thank you, everyone who came. This was a fantastic tournament, and I cannot wait to see everyone at the next one. Cheers.
Thank you so much to our NC Reds. All right, these next two are 7-8 spinoff. We have an absolute legend from the air hockey community and a legend in rising. We have Mr. Danny Hines and Mr. Connor Cummings.
Outstanding tournament. It's hard to believe this is the first one. You guys did great. Hats off. I certainly hope that the enthusiasm is contagious, not just here, but across the nation. You know, you guys are cheering for each other. You guys are helping each other. Y'all got it down. Y'all got it. Keep it going. You know, don't let any negativity affect you guys ever. Keep it going. Keep the positive thoughts, you know, keep the growth going. Water the grass. Let that shit grow. So y'all keep it up. I had a blast, you know, talking to everybody here. I could. If I didn't talk to you, I pray I'd talk to you the next time we see each other. You know, from Shadow to Bones. Wait, that's a Netflix thing, isn't it? Sure is, actually. Anyways, but no, seriously, all you guys are awesome. I had so much fun. I appreciate it so much. I really look forward to next year because this is an annual event. Thank you.
I just wanted to say really quick, congrats to Justin Flores and Joey Liss. You guys destroyed me. It was awesome playing y'all. Joey's got an act for winning at match point either way, I guess. As Brian knows, he also lost match point either way to Joey, and I'm very proud of him. But yeah, man, I'm so happy I came out. I love all you guys. Y'all are so fun. It was so fun being here. I had a great time, and thank you very much.
spinoff, our 6 and 5, it's time to recognize the man repping NC better than any of us could. The one who took down that budding legend, excuse me, the #1 in North Carolina, Mr. Joey Liss! And of course, the drunken hero we all need, Mr. Avery Yeverneski! Welcome to the top 5.
Testing. Avery.
For those who don't know, last World Tournament, I took Avery down. I don't know how. I just played.
You fucked me up.
And Avery came this tournament and 4-0'd me both times.
4-1 first time.
Oh yeah. Credit where it's due. 4-1. Okay. I have way too many people to talk about, so I'm not gonna. I just have a few I need to bring up. First one, I need him to stand up immediately. For those who don't know, Paul Creeley, please stand up. Paul, in the most humble way, please tell everyone how much money you got sponsored for this tournament.
Somewhere between 8,500 and 9,000, I think.
$9,000! The next one, I know we brought him up already, but Steve Olson. Not only has he just been in charge of this entire room right here, but Steve has personally brought in 4 to 5 air hockey tables in North Carolina, which he has not only kept for himself, he's passed on to other people, including myself, and I'm so grateful for you doing that type of stuff. Next, I just got these 3.5 specific people that I just gotta thank. I'm gonna call it my little posse. He was wearing my shirt earlier. I don't know if he's still here. Wilson, Will Snyder, Taylor White. You guys all represented me so much. And Taylor, specifically you. Taylor, how many nights a week would you roughly say I play air hockey, in a sense? 6.5. There you are! He's matching me! That was representing right there! Taylor, I know how much you put up with just to watch me have fun and smile and be happy, and I love you so much. Thank you for everything you do. Finally, the last thing I have to say, I didn't do anything. We did this. North Carolina, we did this. Ain't the end. This is just the beginning. You don't even know what we have coming. We kept a few things hidden from you guys for a reason. Be ready. We're coming strong.
I'd like to say one last thing about Mr. Joey Liss. Worlds prepare. He's finishing top 10 this year. We will have a North Carolina player in that top 10. Now, Mr. Avery, would you like to say a few words?
So, real talk, actually. I really enjoyed every single person who came out to this tournament, especially the guys and girls who wanted to learn more about the craft of air hockey. I've got so many questions over the past even few months when you guys came down and I was up here about just certain, like, fundamental things
And I love teaching that stuff to you guys, you know? And the craving to learn up here is insane. And I love it. And I want you guys to keep that fire going. All of you guys. I see all of you here. Keep it going. Because I want to see you guys in the top 10. I want to see you guys in the top 5. You know? Bring it to us. I was talking to Joey Liss, and apparently 6 out of the top 10 were Texas players. You guys got to take that back. You guys got to take that back. Yeah, it's a call. It's a call to adventure. It's a call to challenge. Yeah. But yeah, I wanted to thank everybody, especially Cam. You guys did a great job. You guys did amazing. So give it. And that's it. I'm so fucking drunk, guys.
And he'd still beat most of us on the table. All right. So before we get to our top 4, this is something that's done at Worlds as well, but for those of you that haven't been to a World Championship, I don't know if this is the right term. We could call them superlative awards. Awards that aren't just about what you do on the table. It's about what you do for the sport and the community. So we have a few of those we'd like to give out. So we're going to start with one that does have to do with on the table, the 7-6 Award. So the 7-6 Award, we are literally giving to the one who performed the best at the most important time, when it is 6-6. And unfortunately, one of our guys fell victim to it. I'm sorry, Ray. But Mr. Dan Meyer won the most 7-6 with 6 7-6 victories. Oh, we have some honorable mentions. We will have honorable mentions for each of these. Obviously, Joey, the man crushed it. We know that. We all know it. But we actually had 3 of our own that did some pretty credible things. So as we look through, I apologize if we missed anyone. But we had 2 that won with 3 7-6s in a single game, and that was Mr. Squiddy. And in the back corner, Mr. Greg Gibbons. Both had a match where when it was on the line, they won them all. And I would also like to mention, there is one person that tied Mr. Dan Meyer in the most 7-6 wins. That's Miss Melody Hugh Jones. So congratulations to y'all. And now you all have to have the tattoo, so I expect to see it soon. All right, the second one, the Best Comeback Award. It's pretty much exactly what it sounds. Someone who was facing an absolute mammoth of a challenge, should not have won under any means, and it came back and made it happen. And Mr. George Anderson was on the receiving end of Dane Anderson's comeback of the year.
I want to dedicate this to Mr. George Anderson. Without your support, this would not have happened. There could be only one.
Munoz and Jacob Wiseman. It happened. We knew it was all going to happen, but we did see the comeback there. And then, of course, he's been mentioned so many times, but we have to do it once more. Down 3-1, Mr. Joey Lisson, Connor Cummings. Great comeback. All right, the third one that we'd like to do, this is something that they do at Worlds. It's called the Best Newcomer. Now, it was a little hard for us to figure out exactly how we wanted to do that. We had one player in North Carolina who's been playing less than 6 months. The first time he came out to a tournament, I don't know, 3-4 months ago? 3 months ago. And he ended this tournament number 20 in North Carolina, Mr. Will Snyder. As our newest and brightest young star in North Carolina, would you like to say anything?
So I want to thank you guys. I feel like my role in our little posse of North Carolina air hockey players has been like everyone's little brother. Because I got way too serious about this like the first game, you know? And I gotta admit I'm really spoiled because being Steve's like head coach at his gym, I have a table to play on all the time. And it happens to be the table that Joey practices on 6.5 nights a week. So naturally, I kind of like accidentally played the best player in North Carolina for my first game ever. So that's been really nice. But seriously, everybody's helped so much with my like learning the game, and I really enjoyed it. Actually, this tournament, I played so many of you guys for the first time. I just broke into the like racket that almost all of you guys are in, so I hadn't even played, I think, probably 8 out of the 10 people maybe I've played. So that was really cool. Thank you everyone for just like making this happen. It was super fun. So.
All right, and a quick honorable mention, he is not here tonight, but Mr. Justin Coleman, who came out of literally nowhere and finished top 25. Charlotte, North Carolina. He knows him, nobody else does. All right, to number 4. Our most exciting player. This one's gonna be, it was a pretty easy one to pick. It was almost unanimous. Mr. Carolina's Phil Arnold. And now, if you have anything to say, we'd love to hear it.
Well, thank you all very much. This is exciting for me to get to be the most exciting award winner. Well, what I'm excited about, though, is what's happening here in North Carolina. This is something I've always dreamed about, not just because of South Carolina and the Carolinas, but to see a group of players come together and produce something like you have produced for this state tournament. It's really amazing. I've always wanted to see this type of thing happen. And as I sit here thinking about it, I can see that what you have here can be a model that can happen in other locations around the country. You need a good public venue like Boxcar, universities help, Duke, North Carolina State. All that gives you access to many potential players. We can do that in Austin, and in other places across the country, I'm sure. And this is a wonderful model that can be taken everywhere. And when I think about all this, I go back to the very beginning of air hockey, and I remember when I first saw the table, I didn't know what it was, but I played a couple of games, lost my first game to my high school sweetheart, and I don't know where she is today, but I do know where the air hockey tables are today. So then when I saw air hockey, I thought, what could the future of this sport, what could the future of this game be? And I thought, well, maybe it could become a sport. Table tennis is played on a table. Maybe air hockey would become a sport with rules. And so we all got together over the next few years and we developed rules and we built a future. Well, there's a future here that North Carolina is showing the country how it can be a model for how we can grow in the future. And I thought of air hockey as a future thing that we can make a reality back at the very beginning. So today, I'm not showboating when I'm doing my dance and all my crazy stuff. What I'm really trying to do is break through and see what the future could be for air hockey. That is, how can we play it in ways we're not playing now? I mean, why wait 20 years to find out? So through imagination, I'm imagining what players in the future could do. And so I have a list of things, and some of them are stupid, like playing with your feet, playing with 2 hands. But on my list are 3 or 4 other things that could work. So what I want to encourage you to do, individually, go into the future, think about what could be done. Don't be afraid. You don't have to do what everybody else is doing. But within the rules, there are many things that we're not doing that we could do. So use your own imagination. Imagine what the future could be. Start trying those things, and I think we'll revolutionize air hockey as we move into a great future. Thank you all.
All right, so we have one more type of these superlative community awards that we'd like to give. We actually have a couple of groups and an individual we'd like to recognize. We didn't think about this when we ordered the trophies, so we only have one, but we figured it out at the last second. First things first, this is called our brand ambassador. People that are doing everything they can, whether they even realize they were going to do it last week or not, to promote our sport, to make it as great as it can possibly be, to build our community. So the first things first, I want to start with Miss Jess Cronmiller. For those of you that don't know, she has been playing air hockey longer than almost everyone in North Carolina. She runs our Sunday tournament. She is yes, you want to say that. She deserves every second of that, and she ran that registration table just cause. All right, the second one we'd like to give. To be honest, I had never met this person before Friday. I didn't know they had any relation to anyone in the air hockey community at all, but they showed up and they did almost more than any of us could have ever done to promote our sport, and that's Miss Sabrina. You are an absolute legend on the commentary table. Thank you so much. Would you like to say anything? I know you talked a lot this week. As someone who wasn't part of this community until very recently, what did you think?
Okay, so I did lose my voice from screaming and commenting so much. Completely. It was great. It really was an amazing time. Thank you guys for inviting me here. Actually, special shout out. I was actually here originally because of my boy over here, Mr. Marco Slash in the buckets. Thank you so much. Thank you guys for inviting, the Florida girl here. We got a lot. And also for letting me commentate, Mr. Tim Spidey Young. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sabrina. And she may have spoiled the fun a little bit early because the last one that we had to give was to Mr. Tim Young. For those of you, before I give him a moment to speak, for those of you that did not get the chance to sit next to him, this man is a professional. When you were listening to him talk, it was like you were watching a ESPN broadcast of a sport. He knows what he's doing. And by the way, for anyone who doesn't know, we ended up with over 1,500 views of this tournament this weekend. So thank you so much, Tim. Would you like to say a few words?
Thank you, Cam. Thank you, absolutely. If you didn't know about history, I used to be a TV broadcaster outside the DC area where I covered more things that can count. And this, by far, if I had to cover elections, if I had to cover the pandemic, I had to cover protests, this, I would pick this a billion times over again to cover this. The amount of hype, the amount of excitement from all of you. Absolutely amazing. And I could not do this without the help of our tech team. We have Sage, Ian, Nate, you guys kept this online. You guys kept this up on the thing. What physically been able to happen. We stopped running around, getting our wires, making sure everything was up and running. Without the possible happen. Thank you guys so much for anyone who joined me next to me on the table. I think it's going to only get better. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Appreciate it.
Spoiler alert, we have another group of three to think, and I bet you can guess who it is. Our stream team, Mr. Nate, Ian, and Sage. These three took what could have been just a little video and made it into one of the coolest representations of online air hockey we've ever had. So thank you from the bottom of our hearts for taking your time and giving it to us. last thing, one certainly not least. We have someone who has been behind the scenes of air hockey, talking to everyone you could ever possibly imagine, doing so many things in the background. And I don't think brand ambassador is just who talks the loudest. It's who puts in the most work without any recognition whatsoever, never hearing anything from it other than the occasional thank you. The reason that we had a bracket, Mr. Squiddy. He put in so much work to make sure that this is going on. Would you like to say a few words? You're good? Okay. And with that being said, before we get to our top four, I have one more volunteer to thank. Someone who never left their post a single time, who came in and held it down from start to finish, Mrs. Megan Casey. But she was another volunteer of her time. We also had our friend Woody. Unfortunately, he wasn't here today. If we could get one more round of applause for him. He put in so much work yesterday. He and Megan together, they ran so smooth, so thank you to all of them. Okay. Now it's time for the moment we've been waiting for, our top 4 awards ceremony. So in 4th place, we have the other half of Ambidextrous, a former world champion, Mr. Jacob Wiseman.
Well, first, I want to say this community is awesome. Seeing all the work everyone here put in, it's just really inspiring. It makes me excited to go back to Houston, try to grow the sport. Cam, you ran an awesome tournament, great job. And everyone else involved, Sarah, Seth. There's a lot of people who play air hockey in North Carolina and a lot of names. Steve, so all of you, thank you. Now I want to say to Jacob, you keep pushing me, man, so thank you, and next time I'm going to try to close it out when I'm up 3-1. What else? Oh, I wanted to say one thing to you, Seth. So I was pretty upset when my doubles partner over here 3-0'd me last night. So I went on a rampage in the losers bracket, and I 4-0'd 3 people, all of them former masters. But only one person before I played Jacob took a game off me, and that was you. And then the other North Carolina player, another one that I played earlier on Saturday was Ao, and you have some really legit shots, man. Like I was actually. 7-5, and just with a little more seasoning, it could have gone either way. Oh, and then of course, Vince, congrats on your 3rd state. I've decided that the version rate is 1 world equals 3 states, so me and you are equal now. And the last person I want to thank is Sarah. You haven't really been playing air hockey much lately, you haven't been around the community, and this was like the first time getting to play and have you around, and it's not the same without you, and I don't love it as much without you, so I love you, and thank you for
Thank you so much. All right. In 3rd place, I'm not as involved in the world's community, so please don't take this the wrong way, but what, based on the rankings, seemed like a little bit of an upset, but when you saw him on the table, it absolutely was not. The man played his heart out, Mr. Justin Flores. Justin, would you like to say a few words? hopefully put it on YouTube.
Yeah, but I wrote mine. I'm not making the same mistake y'all did. First off, I just want to thank everybody that ran the tournament. Again, there's too many names to mention in a quick kind of thing. But thank you to everybody streaming and running the tournament. Everybody that helped with the tables, everything. It was just incredible. I can't wait to come back for next year. Honestly, I'm already looking forward to it. I'm going to start my savings now. I'm really excited for what you guys have going on. It's incredible. Yesterday I didn't feel like I was playing myself, so I definitely had to go back home or to the Airbnb and try something new, and I'm glad I came back and was just, I think I just came back here today ready to play, and I had some great matches. Connor, I was really looking forward to playing you, and I'm glad we got to play this tournament, so thank you for an awesome match. Avery, we haven't played since 2019.
Yeah, man. Revenge. I'm gonna get it.
All right, he says he's gonna get revenge. All right. We'll see about that. But awesome. I do want to thank anybody that I've gotten to practice with. I just moved to Chicago recently, but even before that, thank you to Jacob for practicing with me a ton since last Worlds. It was the first time in a while that I had gotten on any kind of practice regimen where we were meeting up at least once a week, I think. And I think it just really changed how I viewed the game as far as fundamentals and everything. So definitely keep practicing. I know you guys are doing it in North Carolina. You guys are playing a ton of challenge matches, too many to count on a YouTube video. And yeah, it's just awesome to see. So keep it up. You guys are playing great. Thank you to Chicago. You guys have been awesome. I just moved in January, and I already feel like you guys have taken me in as one of your own. And I love you guys. And it's just been. Love you, Justin. It's just been awesome. I really appreciate practicing with you guys and just the community that we have over there in Chicago. And yeah, I know I can be kind of shy in general, but please come up to me and talk to me about air hockey. Ask me questions. I'm always happy to teach and impart anything that I can into this community. And I've gotten the chance to talk to some of y'all throughout the tournament and throughout the weekend, and it's just so cool. And I can't wait to see everybody in literally a few months at the World Championship. So thank you.
Thank you, Justin. All right. So in second place, we have the assassin himself. I don't know if he has another nickname, but that's what it should be. Mr. Jacob Munoz.
Hey, be careful. That one I put a lot of work into.
Well, shit.
Someone give him a beat.
Jacob, thank you for pushing me, keeping me in check. It's always a battle between us. It's a hell of a tournament, North Carolina is definitely a growing community, and it's good to. This is the first time I've traveled too, so good to see so many North Carolinas and people around the world getting better. So, Joey Liz, come on, man, you're the heart and soul of this place, man. Come on, man. And Vince, come on, man. You're killing it right now. You're that obstacle, in between. So I just gotta figure it out, man. Gotta figure it out. I pushed you though. I pushed you. I learned something. So either that or you just took it easy on me. One of them. Anyways, thank y'all for having us out here. Very heartwarming to see, you know, such a wide variety of players and such a nice community too, man. Y'all are the nicest people I've ever seen. Nothing like Texas, that's for sure. We're some assholes. Anyways, yeah, I'm looking forward to it next year. We're definitely flying next year, that's for sure. We're not making that 18-hour drive again, that's crazy. Anyways, thank y'all for having us, and yeah.
Thank you so much, Jacob. And now, our champion, the best left-handed air hockey player the world has ever seen, Mr. Vince Austin.
All right, hello, thank you. Yes, excellent run tournament. It was fun. Stream team, all that stuff. I can't imagine the amount of work that y'all put into this. It was basically a Worlds, and it was enjoyable, the whole thing. And as for the North Carolina crew, you guys are incredible players. You guys got some master level stuff to train off of for sure. And some of you, you know who you are. Y'all creep into my DMs randomly and like, hey Vince, what do you think I should do about this? Can you give me some tips? But yeah, seriously, reach out to us. Like Justin said, like we just want to talk about it. Like I had an idea, like let's put up a table and just be like, tell me what defense works best for you, change my mind kind of thing. You know how they have those memes. And we'll just sit there and you guys just come and talk and question us. But yeah, it was a great tournament, and I was pushed. I was. Munoz, absolutely, you did. I mean, y'all saw me sweating in there. That was not easy. It's very difficult. It takes a lot of focus and concentration. And if you practice that way, you perform that way. So, you know, focus on your practice, and the way you practice is the way you're going to perform. So don't expect you're going to have a great tournament if you're not practicing the right way. So, yeah. See you guys in what, a few months, hopefully, everybody? Yeah? We're all going to be at Worlds, right?
Thank you so much, Vince. And again, congratulations on winning the first annual North Carolina State Air Hockey Championship. So there are a couple people who would like to say some things, and I'm absolutely going to let that happen. But this was the North Carolina Air Hockey State Championship, so I'd be remiss if we didn't recognize the top 5 players in North Carolina. If I could get those up in order. In 5th place, Mr. Ray Nugent. In 4th place, Mr. Raphael. In 3rd place, Mr. Los Hernandez. Our 2nd place player, Mr. Seth Garrett. And in 1st place, Mr. Joey. Thank you so much to all of you for representing NC. You all put so much work to make this tournament happen, and you put so much work to make sure that NC was represented well. Just know, Texas, we're coming for you.
Dude, that's my life. I've said that every time.
Thank you so much, guys. One more round of applause for our North Carolina top 5. So before I say my final piece, there are a couple people who would like to say something. You're good. First off, a man who helped us very much in figuring out a lot of the back-end planning, organization, finances, and helping us figure out how to do that properly, and helped us along the way. We had a couple things that we weren't sure about how to do it. Mr. Brian Akako.
So my son Adam and I arrived in Raleigh, Durham on Tuesday. We came in Tuesday morning, drove across the great state of North Carolina to Georgia, where we stayed in Clayton, did the Chattooga River, which we've done many times, and then drove back. So I want to personally thank the 5 people that were willing to move over to the right and let us pass, because I drive like I play air hockey, very fast and furious. I consider speed limits a recommendation. So for the other 142 people that would not move out of the way, God bless you. In general, though, what I've learned about your people, and y'all are very nice people, very kind, very considerate, very well-mannered. North Carolina is a wonderful place. It's beautiful both in the physicality of the state and the people that live here, so thank you for your accommodations. We've talked a lot about the people that ran the tournament, but I would like to ask if everyone that had any role in either organizing or executing the tournament to stand up. I'd like to see who all was involved, if you don't mind. Thank you to all of you. It is one heck of a thing to put on a tournament. And what was the final number of competitors?
What was the final bracket number?
88?
88. We had 88 players.
That's very significant. This officially is the largest air hockey state tournament ever held. So, it is the 6th largest air hockey tournament ever held. The largest tournament ever held was one that I ran with 116 players. If you guys wanted to beat that next year, you'd have no trouble. You have the resources and the community to get that done. So it's an extraordinary feat what you've achieved, Cam and your team. To have a tournament of this size and this magnitude as your first one, unbelievable. I'm in awe at what you've been able to achieve. Joey, congratulations. I've been told that apparently I'm some kind of a benchmark, so beating me is apparently a thing, so you did it. So I'll be looking forward to playing you in the World Championships. You played fantastically. I was not prepared for what I had to face with your game. You've really evolved. Congratulations on being the best player in North Carolina and for the great matches that you had in the tournament. I'm very proud of you. Cam, you are a great facilitator and a great leader. Thank you.
Thank you.
Cam has a strong presence about him. He's very large and in charge, and he listens. And that's, he and I had a conversation earlier today, and he made a lot of very good decisions during the tournament. This was an excellent tournament. It was well run. He managed the schedule very, very well, and we got through it with plenty of time to spare. So good job to you and your team. Very, very well done. And so for the first 40-something years of the sport, Houston has really been the center of air hockey. I mean, we still have a lot of very good players there, but you guys have outgrown us. This is truly the heart and center of air hockey now. And your community is huge and it's growing. You have 3 weekly tournaments, and I'm going to make a point sometime to take a week of vacation. 4 now? God. You people are insatiable. I'm going to make it a point to take a week of vacation and come and play in all 4 of them because I want to experience that. I haven't experienced 4 weekly tournaments since when I first started in the sport. A gentleman named Vince Chappelle was running weekly tournaments, and that's what got me involved. And they were doing 4 a week in Houston. We haven't had that. We've had 2 a week. We haven't had 4 a week. So you guys are crushing it. Please keep attending, keep coming, and it comes from great leadership. And you have very good leadership here. Finally, the World Championships is August 4th to 6th in Houston. I hope to see every single one of you there. We have a bracket that can hold up to 128 players. I'm hoping to break my own record of 116 and fill that chart up. So we'd love to see every one of you there. Please come.
Thank you so much, Brad. I appreciate it. It was a pleasure working with you this weekend. All right, I do have 2 more out-of-state players that said they'd like to say a few words, and we would absolutely love to hear that. First up, Mr. Brad Kazan. Thank you, Sam.
Thank you. All right, so first, on behalf of the Chicago players who could make it today and those back home, I just want to thank Cam and the entire team for throwing an absolutely amazing tournament. This was absolutely incredible to see, both in venue, organization, everything was, highest level. Coming from, out of state, it was just inspiring to see how much effort went into this, and absolutely amazing to see the community of players that are here from North Carolina. You guys are amazing. So on behalf of Chicago Air Hockey, I just wanted the Chicago Air Hockey community, I just wanted to say both, from seeing what you guys have done on the table, in terms of your skill and your development, and more importantly, the community you've built off the table, it's great, and I just can't wait to see where you guys go from here.
Thank you so much. And now I'd like to bring up that absolute air hockey legend that I mentioned earlier, Mr. Danny Hines. We'd love to meet him. Thank you, sir.
All right, so that kind of goes for Houston as well. Holy cow, guys. And let me tell y'all, promoters do not get enough credit because doing it just at the banquet is not enough, guys. I'm just telling you. Everybody loves the promoter when we're drinking beer and, we're here at the banquet and we're all feeling good, even though we're tired of shit and sore and all that kind of fun stuff. But you know what? They deserve credit continuously. I've seen it. I've been there. I was there when Brian first started running tournaments at, Hot Shots and, freaking, I can't remember, shooters and timeout, who knows, but SRO. Gosh, Lee, I guess I drank too much, so I don't remember all that stuff. And that was back then, think about now. But, so, anyways, guys, you cannot thank promoters enough. You cannot. It's a thankless job. Don't forget their contributions. Just do not. Encourage them. Reinforce them. Help them when you can. Not everybody has the ability to do it. Not everybody has, the time to do it. People have lives outside of this, families, different challenges in our lives. But this is such a beautiful thing to be able to come together for something as simple as an air hockey game, right? But it becomes something so much more than a simple air hockey game. It becomes a family. And I can't stress that enough. Each and every one of you guys, I get emotional because I love air hockey and I love my air hockey family. It's very near and dear to my heart. So, and I didn't say anything about Vince, by the way. I've seen a lot of players throughout my time as well. I will say this publicly. He is the greatest left-handed player to ever play the sport. Woo! Now, I will put a disclaimer on that. He does not have the best career of a lefty. That belongs to Mark Robbins, who's won 2 world championships. He knows that. And he knows that challenge. But as for level of play, by far, Vince, you're the man, okay? And you're getting so solid. I mean, you're up there at the top spot, okay? So keep that up. I know you got this other guy, looks like that guy behind you. He's kind of his brother. We won't mention that guy's name. But he's a beast. And we know how phenomenal he is. He's going to be shooting for number 11 this year, which is kind of near and dear to my heart. So you young people better fucking kick his ass. That includes his brother who just kicked my ass earlier tonight, Connor. So, maybe Connor can step up and do that. So, but anyways, look, I appreciate every bit of it, guys. Let's all appreciate it because these moments, none of them are guaranteed in the future. They're not. It's life, okay? But that doesn't mean we don't make the most out of each and every one of these. So thank y'all again. My plan is to be here next year. Si, we're going? All right, thank you.
Thank you so much for today, guys. We appreciate everything you've done for the sport, man. Now we have a couple of our North Carolina players that would like to say a few words. First off, our master of transportation, the reason we had a surface to play on, Mr. Steve Olson.
Hello. Just wanted to say there's about 20 people in here that help move tables. Not just me. Matt, we've got AO, moved more tables than anybody here. So give him a quick round of applause for being here. John, Ray also helped both up and down, and Seth for hauling as many tables as anyone here. So thank you guys, and then also don't want to forget Matt, world's best air hockey.
All right, speaking of the world's best air hockey ref, our head ref, can I please get a round of applause for the man in the chair, the pressure was on, he never buckled.
Kind of nervous here, but it's kind of funny how things work. We first started off, North Carolina air hockey first started off when Kurt Zender started off the tournaments back in 2016. A small tournament for shits and giggles, you know, just like hanging out with a couple of friends, a few friends just to have a good time, just play some air hockey. But now, it's grown to where we host the biggest state tournament in air hockey history.
Yeah.
Woo! Yeah. And we host 4 tournaments a week. That's crazy, right? From Sunday through Wednesday. We host tournaments in Greensboro, Raleigh, Neighborhood Bar and Grill, our sponsor. It's kind of crazy. We average like 40 people, 40 players on Monday, every single week. It's funny how things work, you know? I just want to thank everybody for coming. I want to thank all my North Carolina family, all my air hockey family, for being a part of this great sport. It kind of gets me all teary-eyed. Thank you so much. And first and last but not least, I want to thank my wife, Megan. For giving us so much support. Thank you so much. I love you. I still owe you. Thank you, my air hockey family. We'll host a nice, much bigger tournament next year. We will do this. We will continue to make our sport grow and much better as we go along. Thank you so much, everyone.
All right, I've got 3 more people that would like to say a few words. We'll get through them pretty quick, and then we'll get out of here and celebrate what we've accomplished. Can I get the reason that this tournament has ever happened is because one man brought air hockey to North Carolina, and that's Mr. Kurt Zender.
Sabrina, I'm also part of the I Have No Voice Club, so I'll try to keep this brief. Danny and Matt both used the F word tonight, family. It's the most fucking important one. No, but I really want to reiterate that. I mean, that is what has held this community together as long as it has. This has been a passion project of mine for years. But you know, those of you from out of state, I mean, you guys have been playing longer than me, but I've been here from the beginning of this. I've watched it grow, and I've watched it shrink, and I've watched it grow again. It's not something that happens because one person does it. It's something that we carry collectively on our shoulders and push forward. So thank you, everyone that came. From the bottom of my heart, it means so much to me. You guys. You guys from out of state don't know, you don't see the behind the scenes. I'm hard on everybody here. But it's because I know how great you guys are and how good you can be at this and how much love and care you have for this sport, and I share that with all of you. Vince, congratulations on your win. I know you're the all-time state champion. You have climbed the summit of North Carolina. And for those of you who didn't reach the summit today, there will be summits yet to come. So next time you're on the table sweating and breathing hard and you want to turn around and back down that mountain, know that there is no down back to go, because we are all in this together. Thank you. Thank you so much for bringing air hockey to North Carolina and making all this possible. All right. Next up, the reason we have a building, the reason there's any money to make any of this happen, Mr. Paul Creed.
Oh, really?
I actually wasn't planning on saying anything tonight, but I was sitting there and I decided to come up here because I have to thank everybody that came out here tonight. And most importantly, everybody that's been a part of air hockey since I moved here in 2020. Just learning about what Kurt started since I moved here and just learning about the sport has been amazing. Just seeing it blow up over the past couple years. And like all the new people that come in the boxcar. But then also you gotta start with people who have those weekly tournaments now still. Jess, Squiddy, Cam, Kay, they kill it every week, and there's so many people and so many things that they just volunteer their time to do every week. And then as far as the people that helped with the tournament itself, we got Steve L helping with the transportation. I know it was a struggle and one of the worst parts of this tournament, but he's carried so many tables, probably more than anybody, and we just really appreciate that. Will over here, his biggest trainer at his gym, he definitely handled it all right. Rayford, you helped so much with the tables too. You were one of the first people here. I know months ago you were saying how you had off that Thursday. You were going to help out with tables, so we really appreciate that. Ayo, I always had to volunteer with somebody who can help with the tables because I mean, just look at him. How can I not? We got the buckets too. I had to call on them, especially these tables in Durham. They're right here, so they had to help out. I mean, they've always helped me out. Yeah, and G, he's not really a bucket, but you know. And the buckets too. I mean, you know, just over the past few months, and especially since last Worlds, I remember when I first met them, and they've just been huge, helping me out with practicing every week. They're always there, giving me advice. You know, even when I feel like I'm down and struggling. Got Shadow, John Casey, Matt Casey being our head rep, and also helping out with the table is huge too. And Megan, thanks so much for your time as well. And then also we got the president of North Carolina, Sarah the Trash Man. I don't know who else would be cool with being called Trash Man, so that just shows how nice she is. She's been just volunteered so much of her time for air hockey, and just as all of it freely and is willing to help out anybody with anything. Seth did so much of the banking for the tournament and the financing. He came through with that because I don't know anything really about numbers and didn't want to get involved with that. And then Joey too, always being a great ambassador for the sport. I don't know anybody who's just willing to practice. Like, there were so many weeks where I just get done work and Joey's just willing to practice with anybody as soon as you're done work. So I appreciate that. And then also anybody from out of state who helped all weekend, whether it's helping tables, giving advice, feedback. It was our first tournament, so that meant a lot. Also forgot to mention Tim Watt, you cut on the commentary. Same with Sabrina. I can't wait to go back and listen to that. It's going to be an air hockey podcast. And then also, lastly, I just wanted to thank everybody who came out here in general. I know we do want the top 5, and we always got to recognize the top players. But like Kurt was saying, if you didn't reach the summit today, there'll always be more. And whether you're ranked number 1 or you finished at 86, it doesn't matter. You still showed up and participated and supported the sport and just helped it continue to grow. So we really appreciate that. Thanks, everyone.
And we do have one more person that we'd like to hear from. She ended up jumping into the top 20 in North Carolina, and she deserves her moment. Miss Amber McBrayer. Thank you.
I just have a quick question just to kind of put visualization to what's been talked about over and over. Anyone who is in this air hockey community because of Kurt Zender, please stand up. Anyone who is in the air hockey community because of somebody standing up, please stand up. Including myself. Anyone? That's everyone in this room is standing up because of you, Kurt. So thank you. Thank you.
That was beautiful and well deserved. We can never thank Kurt enough for bringing all of us together in this wonderful, wonderful sport. Now, I want to hand it over to not only the president of North Carolina Air Hockey, but literally none of this could have happened without everything she's been doing both in front of and behind the scenes. Please give the loudest round of applause you've ever given for Miss Sarah Mann.
So the F word is really important because I want to thank every single one of you for being here. Because some of you guys drove 18 hours to get here. Like that's almost a whole day. And this tournament is about every single one of you. It's not about top 16. It's not about top 32. It's about top 96. It's about every single player. And it means more to be 1 out of 1,000 than 1 out of 100. So that, I think, is our goal. And it would be so awesome just to have 50 state tournaments and just to grow the sport as much as possible. I think that we can do that if we just pay it forward and keep growing the community as best we can. But I just want to thank every single one of you. This is a tournament for everybody, and I couldn't have done without everybody, so thank you. Before April 15th, 21st. I have a list, but so there are 64 of you, and so I'm going to do a random number generator for the winner of this Mountain Time hoodie. I'll show you real quick. This guy right here.
Amazing hockey jersey. Thank you, Mountain Time.
And then, so we got a random number generator, and the number coming up is 5. Yep. 5. So we're going to go to the registration. And that number is Timothy Young.
Thank you so much. All right, everyone. I'm no longer speaking to you as your tournament director. I have held my composure this entire weekend. I would like to speak just a moment as Cam, the air hockey player, and then we will all move on to the real world again. I can't believe we did it. I'm so excited. It hit me whenever I was watching Joey and Avery play their match over here. A table had already been moved, and it kind of just hit us like we've all put in so much work. So many of us have put in so much of our time and effort none of us is earning a dime for this. This is all out of the love of something common, and we made it happen. I cannot believe We truly made it happen. It went better than we could have possibly expected. I think the relationship that North Carolina has built with our out-of-state community is better than I could have possibly imagined because of this. We had a few hiccups along the way. We had some friction about formatting issues and things like that, but at the end of the day, everyone came together and agreed that this went as well as it possibly could have. And I'm just so thankful that we all put in the effort to make that happen. The last thing I'll say about our relationship with our out-of-state players and with USAA is our goal is to bring the second World Tournament. They had two every year for a long time. We would love if you'd give us the opportunity to one day host that here. We hope we've shown you that we have laid the groundwork to make that happen one day. We've definitely put in our best efforts, and we will learn from what mistakes we did make, and we will bring a second Worlds here for the East Coast and West Coast. This country deserves more air hockey. We are going to bring it to them. With that being said, thank you to everyone for participating in the first annual North Carolina Air Hockey State Championship. And have a wonderful weekend. We'll see you at Worlds.